Okay, I can stop it. What's
No,
up?
I was saying. I guess we just talk about things later.
Go to the bathroom.
Yeah, yeah, we can talk about stuff later. That's cool. It's cool.
Do you think he might need to go out?
I don't know, man.
Maybe. Hold on.
I have been owning the Payday 2.
I saw that, dude. I was thinking about
Mhm.
getting into it. Have you been seeing? Did you see anything from E3? I hope you did.
Not. I saw a couple things, not a ton.
Okay. Okay. There was some pretty good stuff, man.
I watched Microsoft stuff.
Gave me a little hope for freaking the future. All right. Tweet it out. Excellent. Hello, Internet, if you're here.
As Rob has been killing the Payday 2, I've been killing the Diablo 3.
Nice.
Nice. I've been killing the Warcraft. I'm ashamed of myself. I'm this close to buying Watch Dogs. This close.
Oh, you haven't bought it yet?
No, not yet. Probably won't till after next week 'cause I'm going on a 3-day. I'm going away for 3 days this weekend, so won't really have time to play it. But I've been playing that. Ike and I've been playing that Max in the Curse of the Darkness, which is the free Xbox One game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
That's a pretty cool little platformer, man.
I don't even have like one hooked up right now.
Yeah, he peed.
Not bad for free.
All right.
Not bad at all.
Yeah, all that were messages from before, babe.
JJ, can I get a check? Oh, your mic?
Hello. How's everybody doing? I hope you're doing great. I'm doing fine, thank you.
Rob, can I get a check?
Check, chickadee check.
Wow, low.
Rain in plane stays mainly on the plane.
Renee's good.
I'm good. Okay.
You're good, JJ.
What?
You're good too. Alright, it's just me. I'm low. See if I can fix that. Check 1 2. Check. A little better. A little better. Let me do this a little bit. I don't like touching that thing, but check 1 2. Check. No, it's too freaking
That's what
gainy.
she said.
I like catching that was she said there. That's good. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Nope. Gotta turn this up, I guess. Check 1 2. Check.
Nope.
Check 1 2. Was I'm blown out, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Why you
Check.
don't fuck with the game, man?
Check. I didn't screw with the game. I just had it way up.
Oh.
Oh, that's close enough.
Have you
Yeah.
guys seen the movie Pain and Gain on Netflix?
So let's hold on to it for the show.
All right.
Because
fair enough.
I did too, and it was nothing I expected.
It was like 40 Shades of Awesome. That's what I'm saying.
It was, but I was like, this isn't what the trailer said it was going to be at all. So
And see, I didn't know anything about it. I like.
Oh.
Anyway, go ahead. We'll get
Well,
into
Rob, so I was telling these guys, we have a new intro, and I hope everybody loves it because
it. All right.
there's a lot of care and feeding, and I would like to know who here gets it, what it is nostalgic about it. So, all right, Grumpy Old Men After Dark, The Triumphant Return, episode 66, in 3, 2, and 1.
Dog man is sad. And you know it can never be whack. Dog man is sad. And you know it can never be whack. Dog man is sad. And you know it can never be whack. Dog man is sad. And you know it can never be whack.
Do you like it? The Go Man! Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Grumpy Old Men After Dark. For a long respite and some recharging, we are back. Welcome, everyone. How did you like the new intro? You know the source material, right?
Oh,
Anybody? I know JJ does.
I know it sounds familiar, but I can't peg it.
Renee wouldn't know because that's before she started listening to rap.
Yeah, it is old school, right there.
Yeah.
Boys are back.
It is on.
There you go.
It is on just this side of not creepy because
Yeah.
having
Exactly.
babies in songs I find very creepy.
Yep.
So-
Now see, if they had British accents, it would be creepy.
He's mommy.
Exactly. Why have you left me alone, mommy?
He's 6, by the way, and is very excited about his debut on the show.
And
So-
you called
Very
him a
nice.
baby.
What's that? Yeah, I called him a baby.
And Renee called him a baby.
I know. They were calling him.
It's not a baby. No. That's why it's not creepy, because it's not a baby. It's on
Oh.
just this side of not creepy. I said.
Oh,
Right.
that's what you said. Okay, sorry.
It's not the side of creepy. It's
So
right on the border.
you bring that up, Renee, and my daughter graduated from elementary school this last week, and my son graduated from kindergarten. And the whole time, the teachers all referred to all of them, my daughter's 11, my son's 7 or 6, as babies the whole time. You're babies, babies. And I'm like, that's kind of it must be a Texas thing.
Well,
That's a little condescending, isn't it?
maybe, because I know a woman still calls her she calls her kids her babies all the time. And they're like 9, 10. So maybe it's a Texas thing. I think it's just a Texas thing.
It's probably a Texas thing. So how in the heck has everybody been and what you guys been up to? Renee, how are you? You're in such a precious, delicate state these days.
I'm all right, just gestating.
Now, are you you're not gestating, right? I mean, I'm not sure what the correct usage of
Yes, I am gestating.
of that verb is. You are, okay. All right.
I am gestating. Yeah.
That's
the
a great
correct
question.
How's that going? I was going to say percolating. Maybe that's not the probably not the right term.
Time for the percolator.
In my coffee,
Time for the
I
percolator.
mean,
It's time for the percolator.
because making a
time for the
baby is
percolator.
exactly the
It's time for
same
the percolator.
as
Stay
making
away
Time for the
coffee.
percolator. Okay.
Stay away from the glass coffee tables.
But you can make coffee. You can make a baby. It's all right. Babies are.
Oddly enough, the process is pretty similar in my house. I don't know what that means.
It's 4 pounds. They are 4 pounds and 1 ounce and 3
Okay.
pound 11 ounces as of last Friday.
Wow.
Nice.
They're growing.
Wow,
Excellent.
Those are some healthy bibis.
Yep.
Bibis.
The babies.
Nice. So you've been doing a lot of napping, I hope?
Not a ton. I've been really tired lately, but it's see.
See, what's up with
I do
that?
that kind of thing. I do that kind of thing. But yeah, everything's good though. I'm deep in my 3rd trimester, so I'm a little tired.
Deep.
Deep. But
Sweet.
otherwise, I am just fine, thank you.
That's great to hear. I'm very excited that you're doing well. Speaking of doing well, JJ, how are you doing?
I'm
You
doing
can
great.
you can still sleep now, so I mean that's good. Babies aren't here yet, so
Well, I've ever since, because I already have 3 kids.
Yeah.
I'm already used to not,
Caring.
sleeping like I used to. No, it's actually a funny thing is one of my friends posted on Facebook this list of to-do lists, and it has like, and they had like, it had the wife, and it was like kids, da 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 da, da, and they had a bunch of lists of clean the kids, do the laundry, blah blah blah, and then on the man's side it said sleep, and then he tagged me on and said this applies to everybody except for JJ.
Right.
Jay's
Because
awesome.
yeah, because they know I know plenty of other people that won't do that, and I'm on the show with those guys.
Well, I always thought that the not that it needs to be anything about the men, but it always felt like what little the commercial and medical world allows the men to be involved in is a little condescending and not very realistic. I mean,
Right.
it's sort of like, in the birthing classes, for example, they'd always say stuff like, well, let's find something to keep Dad busy. We're like, well, look, if you need me to do something, tell me what you need done, and it'll get done.
Right.
If I'm in the way, tell me to sit the fuck down.
Yeah,
Right.
they're actually better now. I mean, if I'm pushing, he'll be
Are
holding the leg. So.
Yeah, and that's kind of
Yeah.
what I got relegated to, or holding the sort of the neck, head, that whole area,
Right.
which was fine. But I don't want busy work. I mean, if you need something done, tell me. But
Hey, Dad, could you mop up this placenta over here? Yeah, I got it, no problem.
right. Now, Renee, one of the things that my wife was concerned about going in and then didn't care about at all during was the fact that at one point we had to get, what are they called? Not spoons or cups or clips or what? They had to use the crowbar basically, right? And
Oh,
so
what's that bar called, babe?
Fort,
The
the
birthing
fort-
bar? Is it called the birthing bar?
it's called the
not
birthing bar.
The squat. The squatting bar?
Yeah.
No. It was just like the spoon things that they used to kind of like.
The forceps.
Forceps?
Oh.
Hey. It wasn't forceps, but they were basically forceps. So anyway, but they had to bring in like a whole separate team, and so because for hospital liability, I guess they had to have like multiple OBGYNs, not assisting, but at least observing, so in case anybody screwed up. So they had like at one point, there were like 14 people in the room.
AKA another way to charge you more money.
Well, exactly. But so any apprehension or nervousness about just the sort of complete lack of privacy or dignity during that whole process? Are you worried about that at all?
No. At that point, I think I just want them out.
Yeah, right. And yeah, that's exactly what
I
my
don't
wife.
care who is seeing my asshole, my vagina, none of that. It'll just be all.
Because they'll all see it in all its
Yeah.
That's
glory.
why I am setting the rule. I don't want anybody in the room but Jay early on, so that when it comes time to push, nobody's in there.
Right.
But Jay.
And I think you're right. And the thing you realize is they're all professionals in there. They're not in there to gawk. They've seen it 100,000
absolutely,
times.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that's why when it came time to push, I mean, it was all business, and shoot, that was the furthest thing from her mind. But I know that leading up to it, she was a little bit like, well, how am I going to feel with like, everybody standing around? But
you will be so overcome with pain, you will not care. Basically, is what it boils down to. All it takes though is I went in there and focused. I'm like, okay, and I hold the leg, and I'm like, okay, just look at her eyes, look at her in the eyes, look at her in the eyes. All it takes is one glance, and you never forget.
Yeah, there's some women who like, you better not look. I don't care if Jay sees. He's seen it before. I mean, he's seen it with his other children, so I'm sure.
Yep. No,
it won't bother him.
No, it doesn't. It's just a little. As many things as we've seen on the internet, whatnot. It's very graphic when you're right there.
Yeah.
Well, I think part of it. I mean, for me, it was like I was never like into like the ins and outs. It's more of the baby coming out. It was kind of like, oh man, here comes the baby. It never was like, oh man, what you doing to the goods?
right.
That comes later.
That never happened.
I told
No.
you one thing I wish she could feel is the baby's moving. It feels exactly like an alien trying to get out. It doesn't.
Yeah.
It's past the point of feeling magical and beautiful. It doesn't feel that way anymore.
Right.
It doesn't feel good. It doesn't. It feels weird, and sometimes it hurts. And yeah, so I have like a month and a half of that. So that's fun.
Have they taken up roost on your bladder yet?
Yeah, they tend to do that. One of the babies is head down, so yay for one. It'd be cool to get the other one.
Oh, so you can have them en natural.
Well, I can have them all natural if the first one is down, so we're good to go there. But it just make it easier if the second one is. But
Yeah.
you
no
know,
doubt.
you
Yep.
can't make babies do what you want.
Maybe you can get one to grab onto the other on the way out.
Just yank them out. You're coming
That
with
would be
me.
funny if I birth one and the other one's holding on to the ankle, just going for the ride.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
It'd be kind of creepy because since they're in separate sacks right
Yeah,
now.
they'd be a
So.
little
Well, yeah,
creepy. Well, if the
Well, no,
sack's
'cause-
gonna break,
Right, right.
it could, maybe. But anyway, so whatever. Pregnancy's the weirdest thing in the freaking world. It's yeah.
It really is. What do you figure the first one was like? Like, what the hell is
Someone
happening?
got an alien. If once conscious thought was there, I wonder. They're like, oh my gosh, what is happening to me?
what
Yeah.
what do you mean, Rob? It came from a rib.
Yeah, that's what I hear. That's what I hear.
That wouldn't
Bread.
have-
That is
Can I
from
have
my
macaroni and
friend
cheese and
north of
potato salad with that?
that is directly from my friend north of the border.
Can
You're
I
welcome,
get some
sir.
Coke? Can I get some Coke? Can you just pour it in my hand? Just pour it in my hand.
Please get one real. Just
Just one rib. Come on, just one rib. Great. So big week today. So first of all, let me explain to our listeners what's going on here. So we've been off the air for about a month or so. We've been trying to kind of take account of what we've been doing and looking at our schedules and what we want to do and how we want to do things. And we've decided that we're going to, at least for now and maybe forever, discontinue doing Gaming After Dark. One of the reasons we feel that way is because, yeah, there's a lot of news out there, but we certainly sure as heck aren't timely. And timeliness in the news podcasting industry is a must, and we just don't have time to be that timely. And our schedules are a little wonky, and we all have lives, and we're about to have babies, and it's going to be 115 degrees in Texas. Who knows what's going to happen there? It might melt. So we decided what we were going to do is do Go Mad and do it with gusto and kind of bring in some elements of GAD. One of the reasons why we kind of took a break from Go Mad to begin with, too, was we were running out of stuff to talk about that wasn't repetitive from show to show. So this gives us the opportunity to not have that repetitiveness, talk about what we want to do in the format we want to do, which is no format, because we love no format. At least I like no format. And it just doesn't limit us to video games. We could talk about things like what we saw on Netflix this week.
Yeah, it won't be like, man, the Nintendo crazy, Xbox One, where are my games, PlayStation 4, giving away free indie games. What the
Yep.
hell's going on? Destiny. Child, So.
Speaking-
But there's still going to be plenty of that though, because
Yeah, that's correct.
Oh yeah,
we're all
it will be.
yeah. It just won't be exclusively that. And the other thing is, like Jason said, you can get the news anywhere, but you can only get us right here. So I think let's make it about us, right?
That's a little cry. That makes me a little cry. So speaking of that, it was E3, the greatest week of the year for video game news. E3. A lot of news came out. I know we don't know all of it because there's a lot of news. So far from what everybody's seen, what are you guys' favorite things coming out of E3 so far?
I honestly only watched the Microsoft deal, and
Okay, so what did you like about the Microsoft deal?
I can't get one. I think of that was the whole Halo collection.
I'm gonna play Halo 1 through 4 again, I think. Rob, did you see this?
No.
The Halo Master Chief Collection for Xbox One.
Okay, so they're going to re-release everything?
1 through
Yeah.
4. 2's getting remastered to 1080p, 60 frames per second, including you get every multiplayer map ever released for those 4 titles. So you're in its native format.
Yeah.
So you can play Halo 2 akimbo SMGs on Blood Gulch again. I just think it looked really cool. I think I don't know. I was pretty excited about that.
Okay, so it's that, and then the Tomb Raider.
Yeah,
Rise of the Tomb Raider.
that's all I even know about it.
Yeah. So.
From what I saw,
excited
it's
about
Tomb
that.
Raider in a psychiatrist's office, so I don't know what that's all about.
But not till 2015
I know.
holiday, which means I probably won't play it till 2016.
Well, you know why it's so late? It's because they're so busy remastering the one they just put out for
Right.
the Xbox One. And
Yeah, they're gonna
PS4.
remaster it a million times.
So we pretty much said we've dubbed in E3 a couple of names for Renee and I, but we officially have dubbed it look what's going to be cheap when we finally get to play it. Week.
Right. Well, I think I'll say real quickly, the other big news I think and I don't know if this is an E3 thing or if this is just before E3, but the whole Kinect thing. They're gonna release the Xbox without a Kinect, which is kind of exciting and a little bit lame.
That's what they're doing now, right?
The SKU's already out. Yeah.
Is it already out? Okay.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, tonight.
okay, right. But the other thing that I thought was interesting was they're saying that there's now this is up to publishers and developers to implement, but if you compile your game without support for Kinect, you're getting a 10% increase in the GPU
Mm-hmm.
in graphics processing. So
yeah.
the question is, what does that mean?
No. I'm just saying. I'm waiting. I'm here. People are gonna. This is exactly what people predicted about the Kinect. Is that what using a bunch of sources?
Yeah. Yeah, and that's what people figured. But I think the surprise was that even though you had games before that didn't use the Kinect, that 10% of GPU was still carved out for it. So
So it's
now,
wasted almost.
right, yeah, just unused, exactly right. So, but I good on Microsoft to, better late than never, I guess, to come out and allow developers to unhook that, so to speak, so they can get that 10%. So the question is, will that 10% bring it closer to the PS4? As far as, at least so far, what we've seen in the side-by-side comparisons.
It should. A lot of developers are coming out and saying these games that they're developing are going to be coming out in 60 frames per second, 1080p. One of the things you're starting to see with some of these developers is Assassin's Creed Unity is only coming out for PS4 and Xbox One. So it's truly one of the first next generation only games. And by the way, Rob, the whole game, the campaign can be played in 4-player co-op.
Nice.
That is going to be, I think we'll be all over it. That's going to be awesome. Did you guys see this? Rob, we're going to have to play Dead Rising 3 again, and I'm going to tell you why.
Okay.
Yesterday it was announced and it was released. Some fantastically ridiculous. Think Blood Dragon for Far Cry 3 DLC for Dead Rising called Super Ultra Dead Rising 3 Arcade Remix Hyper Edition EX Plus Alpha.
You're kidding me.
Nope,
Nice.
and it's a bunch of cosplay / skins / actual characters from Capcom.
Oh my God,
games.
Chun-Li and Mega Man.
That's right, Ryu. Yep. They all have
That's
special moves.
awesome.
There's special weapons. There's special bosses. Oh yeah.
I like it.
You can play as a giant block of tofu. I'm in.
That is.
Let me know when I can play as Katamari.
That would be fantastic.
Katamari, what is
That would be
Dynasty or whatever
incredible.
it's called? Yeah.
Yep, it
Is
would.
it the one that rolls up into a ball?
Yeah.
Yes. Another unexpected announcement that I'm pretty excited for, and I don't know, Rob, if you played these games. I did. Crackdown 3 was announced.
What do you mean you don't know if I play? You and I played it together.
Did we play Crackdown together? I can't
Hundreds
remember.
of
If it was you or
hours.
Dave.
He's got you confused with the
No.
the other Titanfall dude.
No, I
That's
thought it
on
was.
Yeah.
No, you're exactly right. I do.
Totally
It was either you or Dave. I couldn't remember which one.
Like I said,
Yeah, because we were the only ones that liked Crackdown.
Yeah, we're the only 3 people in the world that like Crackdown, apparently. But now everybody's like all over Crackdown. They're like, oh, Crackdown's coming out. So that's pretty cool. Let's see, what was the other? There's another big one. Halo 5 multiplayer beta's at the end of the year.
I hate to say this because I'm a huge fanboy, but I'm almost not really looking forward to that. I mean, the last few Halo releases, I don't think. I mean, they've been all right, but they haven't been, groundbreaking. They haven't done anything innovative in a long time. I mean, I think it's about as polished as it can be. I don't know.
So did you all see the new Battlefield and what they're doing with that?
no.
It's Battlefield called Hardline, I think it is. It's cops versus robbers, Rob.
Really?
Yep.
No, they're only like 4 years too late for that, but good enough. Sorry, I don't mean to. I mean, that's good. I do like that theme or that. That is a lot of fun.
So yeah, so that was pretty cool. The other thing Sony announced, and it found out that it's coming out for Xbox One. GTA 5 is coming out for both platforms.
That's not too surprising, I guess.
Yeah, that's
I
not
don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna want to buy it again, but I still haven't gotten my fill of it. I'm still playing it on 360.
Yeah, I haven't finished it near. I don't know if I probably will end up finishing it eventually, but
Yeah, I'm gonna try. That's my thing. Is I just haven't finished it yet.
I did finish the campaign. I just haven't gotten my fill of all the side quests and multiplayer yet. So.
Apparently, you Sony folks have to wait till 2015 to play anything you want to play anyway, because Uncharted 4 is coming out then too.
Well, except for Destiny beta, which is happening this weekend.
Yes, alpha, right? The alpha.
Yeah, the alpha.
The early look alpha
Yep.
for PS4 owners. I'm gonna buy one, play this weekend, and return it. What do
Now-
you think?
Jason, have you been back, or anybody, I guess, been back to Defiance at all?
I have not. I actually uninstalled it.
Yeah, I did too a while ago, and they're doing a big push again on doing TV ads again, and I'm wondering if it's worth going back to try out some of the new content or
It
what.
went free to play. You know that, right?
But you know,
Yeah, I did know that.
then was it the game or the show? Because I know the show. Wasn't the show doing pretty good?
Yeah, it's got pretty good ratings.
I've
Right.
only seen the show. I only seen one. I only watched one episode of that freaking show. I think.
Hmm.
No, maybe like 2 or 3, but not that many. I don't know. I haven't gone back to Defiance. Again, I think the biggest things I saw were stuff I'm already looking forward to. It's going to be a very crowded Christmas, that's for sure. I don't know. It's there's a lot of Nintendo news that I haven't even looked at, and it looks like they're actually putting out a bunch of content.
Well, some stuff they came in and announced a lot of stuff that they're late on, that they had to push dates back for.
Right.
So it was almost like last year's E3, this year again.
All over again.
Yeah, yeah,
That's about right.
yeah.
That is about right. I think there's some. I don't know. I thought they said it was gonna be about the games. I think it was really about the games this time around. That was good to see. They did talk about Mass Effect, and that there is a new Mass Effect in development currently. But the other one around.
But don't call it Mass Effect 4, right?
Yeah, they haven't said. Yeah, not they weren't as
Well,
adamant about that this time.
Okay, that's interesting.
But it's not going to be Shepard more than likely as the
Right.
protagonist.
Which I'm fine with that. I mean, I'd
yeah.
love to see him, broaden out that that universe a bit.
And the other one that I think everybody I know is really excited about. We just saw a little bit of it. I don't know if did you know this? We talked about this. DICE is developing Star Wars Battlefront.
Yes, I did
And-
see that.
Did you see the little trailer they did?
I have, yeah. That
Oh,
looks
it
pretty
looks-
exciting.
Oh, yeah. Did you guys see it, Renee, JJ, at all?
Nope.
No.
Oh, it looks
didn't.
gorgeous, man.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
If they can pull it off. Now, there's been a rash of, releasing quote-unquote gameplay footage, right?
Yeah.
So we'll have to see if it actually looks that way, but it looks spectacular.
They did label everything in the video in engine, early in engine development. So we'll see. I could see that being 4 of us playing, because that'll probably be 4-player co-op, I'd guess, right?
No, it'll be multiplayer.
Was Battlefront PvP? Was there multiplayer?
Oh yeah, it was multiplayer only, I believe. All right, you could play it against the bots, but it was 99% everybody played it online.
I was the 1%. But I only played it on the PSP, so that's probably
okay.
why.
Mm.
PSP's got such great online functionality.
Yes.
Oh, and the other thing I was thinking about was Smash Bros. Is coming into the 3DS. Very weird.
Oh really?
Yeah, yeah.
About damn time.
So,
Well, and did you see they finally also launched their Amiibo thing? So, remember we talked about that, the Wii U was going to start having, or Nintendo was going to start having, like, the character-driven, like, Skylanders kind of thing, the figurine thing?
uh-huh.
They announced it today. It's called Amiibo, and certain games are amiibo enabled,
Hmm.
and Smash Brothers is one of them.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Huh.
so it's kind of their late entry into that game.
Mm.
I will say this: as a father whose kids both own Skylanders and Disney Infinity, I'm drawing the line. That
What?
the
You're
fact
really what?
the fact that amiibo thing exists at all may completely now solidify that I'll never buy a Wii U. Not that I was going to. Yeah, I don't have to spend another $80 a freaking year to just buy characters, unless they have Death Stare Luigi as one of them,
Death Star Luigi.
which is my favorite thing I've seen since we stopped doing the shows a while ago. By the way,
Now, is it still true that you cannot buy additional controllers for the Wii U?
It's the fancy controller. You talking about the?
Yeah.
yes.
Last time I checked, it was true.
Yeah, I don't think it's changed.
I don't get that. That doesn't make any sense to me.
They actually just announced a 4-player hub for they're re-releasing GameCube controllers for Mad Catz, and I think Nintendo's doing some as well. So you can play Smash Brothers on the GameCube controller. And there's a hub that puts it in so you can play 4-player.
What?
But yeah, but no screens, no extra screens.
I don't know. I think they need to up their Ritalin dose or something over at Nintendo, because they got all the balls in the air and nobody knows what they're doing.
That's correct.
Sorry, I just had a weird
I
visual.
stand by my statement.
Was he? Were you? Let me guess. Your visual was a whole bunch of Japanese executive men standing on their heads naked. Is that what you're
Yeah,
thinking?
yeah, exactly. How'd you know?
More or less.
I'm just I've got a gift. So that's going on. So we've I haven't been, like we were talking about a little bit. I haven't been playing a whole lot original. I've been playing World of Warcraft, trying to get my legendary cloak because I decided I needed to do that for some reason. And I know we've all been kind of grinding out on one game, right? JJ, what have you been playing?
Diablo 3. Been enjoying that. I reached Paragon level 290.
Nice.
Wow.
It's really nice. I'm playing the Demon Hunter right now, because I'm doing a sentry build where all I do is just run around and drop my sentries down and just obliterates everything.
Nice.
I was playing my Witch Doctor a little bit before that, and I can say that I actually saw a 9 billion crit with my Witch Doctor. It was kind of nuts.
Really?
9 billion?
Yeah.
Wow.
Kind of nuts a little bit. So I've been having a great time with it. Been playing with some few folks, and I can do on my Demon Hunter I can do T6 now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
He's deep into that. Yeah.
But I'm not one of those elite folks. I'm still lazy. I don't mind running stuff low level. Just
I was gonna
just
say,
'cause.
how are you not elite? Because T6 is the highest level, right?
Yeah, but I'm not like, because you have some people, they have T6 clans where you have to be like 400 Paragon, and then like if you're a monk, you remember that day in WoW where it was like, okay, I'm playing a priest. Well, if you're playing a priest, you have to be this build or you're doing it wrong.
Yep.
That's kind of
Right.
how it is a little bit with the monks. They're like, you need to be an EP pull monk, which is a exploding palm monk that pulls. Pretty much, they have like 100 million toughness and no damage at all. All they do is just there to be a punching bag for everybody, for them to blow everything up.
Oh, so like they're a crazy tank.
They just bring everything in and let everybody else,
But see, anytime the games get reduced to that sort of like ideal build thing, I don't know. That just takes the spontaneity out of it, doesn't it?
Well, it's just if you want to be in these damn T6 clans. I don't want to be in one of those. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I want to play with my friends and stuff. I'm just like, do what you want. We die together, we laugh together, and we just have fun together. I mean, that's what it all comes down to. And we want the fat loots.
We took that tact in Old War rating when we had a freaking healer playing Scribble Knots wearing green boots.
Yeah, and the other thing is today they released a patch that fixed a few things, and they increased the drop of legendary sets 110 more percent.
Again.
Wow.
Yes, and they took away a lot of the stuff for. They didn't like how some of the mats you had to use to craft legendaries, you had to farm certain characters for them. So that caused game flipping. They'll go in, kill it, didn't drop, they'll reset. Kill it, reset, kill it, reset. So
Yep.
what they did, they took away all the special ingredients that you need to make stuff, and just increased the mat cost for other stuff, so that that barrier that's there when you hit 70 and you had a recipe, you can go ahead and craft right away what you want for your dude.
Oh, you're gonna
Start
get me,
doing
you're gonna
tournament
suck me back into Diablo talking like that, man.
Yeah,
That
man.
sounds fantastic.
Yeah, I mean it's fun. It's really fun. Just
You,
trying different builds and everything else.
you bring that up, and Blizzard's kind of going that way overall with their games, right? Warcraft's really going that way with the getting rid of some of the crazy stats that are a barrier to entry for some of the stuff.
Right.
Getting rid of expertise and freaking hit. Thank God. And the fact that now in the next expansion, all the loot will work for whatever freaking build that you have.
Mm-hmm.
Those kind of things, which I think really helps because, frankly, when you're our age, who has time to grind stuff for 15 hours a day? You just don't.
Right.
You just don't. You want to play that, and you can still play. You still have skill. You still can play. You still have time to grind the crap you need to grind.
Right.
So Renee, what have you been playing? Anything?
Diablo, mostly. Played a little bit of Child of Light. I think I am either horrible at that game or a horrible gamer in general because
That
it was
game is
hard.
tough. That game is tough. I keep telling her that game is tough.
But I think I need to grind a little more. But anyway, and I played a little bit more of Assassin's Creed.
Oh, 4?
Yeah, because I'm slow. So
That's fine.
I still
That's
haven't
cool game.
finished it. But I did a couple more missions. I was beating people up with my fist because I totally forgot how to bring out my
Weapons.
my weapons. It was great. I was choking people down and stomping on their heads. It was great. So that's pretty much all I've been playing. My urge to play is tempered a bit, which is odd. But hopefully it'll come back whenever I have time, which should be in about maybe 2 years, maybe
Right.
3.
Oh,
So,
you'll make time. Don't worry. It won't be as much as you've had in the past, but you'll make time.
Right. If I can just get an hour in, that'll be good.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can get in there here or there. That's all you need. You actually will probably appreciate the time more
Right.
Yeah.
when you do have it. Frankly.
It'll need to be meaningful. I won't. I have to be actively doing something. But I'm looking forward to the WoW expansion, even though
Yeah.
we don't have an active WoW right now. We plan on getting the
Collectors.
yeah, and we're gonna get it, but not play just yet. So because we cannot not get it. I mean, we have to continue on with what we've been doing. So.
I'm leveling up my hunter to 60. As soon as he gets to 60, I'm gonna probably buy the expansion.
Wow,
for the
you're still. I'm so proud of you. Look at you go.
No, I was saying, yeah, I'm grinding with my paladin to get the legendary cloak. And dude, Rob, you talk about grinding. So I'm to the point where the orange ones drop. You get the seals you got to get, right? And then you do a bunch of crap, and you have to get a bunch of valor. That takes a couple weeks to do because of the caps. And then what are these? They're called tomes or something, and they only drop off of certain bosses. You need 20 of those, so that's gonna probably take 2 weeks to do. That freaking legendary quest line is not a drop in a bucket, that's for sure. So JJ, did you ever get your cloak or no? Were you working on it?
Nah, I started working on it, then I stopped playing. So I never got around to it.
Cool. Yeah, so it's interesting. I've been actually enjoying doing it because typically, at this point in a while, I'm just like you guys. I got nothing to do, so I don't play. And I thought I would probably be missing. I've never had a legendary before, so I probably would be. I'd kick myself if I missed the opportunity to do it,
Mm-hmm.
or at least give it a chance. A lot of the stuff is pretty easy to do. This thing I think is the last big gate to actually getting it, but it's going to take a few more weeks probably of playing. So,
Okay.
Rob, what have you been playing, man?
I'm playing a bunch of stuff actually. I've been doing a lot of going back to play Payday 2 again after a couple of the last recent updates. They've added some new maps and some content packs, and and every time they release an update for that, they change stuff up just enough to keep it interesting. You run into the bank and you expect a room to be there, and suddenly there's a wall there, and you've got to find a different way in. So it's always had that sort of randomness to it anyway.
Sure.
But they keep finding new ways and new ways to piss you off too, where guys dropping in from the ceiling and everything. So that's still a lot of fun, even though I still play mostly with randoms. Generally you get hooked up with people who know how to play, so that's kind of fun. Also been playing Trials Fusion. I finally broke down and bought that on the PC. That's the motorcycle trials game, the physics-based game.
Yeah. Yep.
That's a lot of fun. Although I've been trying to do some you can actually create levels on it, and I've had a hard time with the editor crashing, so that's been disappointing. But
it's no Excite Bike editor.
Right, exactly.
Great.
Yeah, at least that was stable.
Editor all time.
So, but yeah, and then a little. I picked up Toy Soldiers Complete on Steam, which I had the original Toy Soldiers on Xbox, and I liked it a lot, so I figured I'd get it for the PC.
Cool. Say it 5 times fast.
You can't do it. But the thing I've been looking at, really tempted by on Steam in the store, it's an early access, which it is. You get what you pay for, sort of thing. But it's the Stomping Land. Have you guys seen this?
The Stomping Land. I've seen not that one, but what's the other one that Sony's putting out?
Or are they
It's
doing
kind of like Minecraft. But anyway, but go ahead.
The Stomping Land is basically DayZ with dinosaurs.
Oh,
I
that
need to
sounds
watch
so
that.
cool.
I know, you sent out that freaking.
Did I send it to you? Okay, I thought I did.
You did. He sent it out, but we didn't get to watch it.
We didn't get to watch
We
it.
were busy.
It looks pretty incredible. I mean, I don't know. I have no idea how the gameplay is. I don't know if it's a good early access or not. But just the fact that you get to ride a freaking dinosaur is awesome.
That's freaking awesome, man.
Do you get to walk the dinosaur?
You might.
Ooh.
I don't see why not.
Everybody walk the young folks have no idea.
I really
But I
hope
don't-
what Not Was is in it.
But I don't know how I feel about the whole survival. What are they calling those? Multiplayer survival games. I don't know. I think that you can never overestimate your fellow human beings' capacity for douchebaggery.
Oh, beer.
Ding, 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 ding. So I don't know. We'll see.
I do like the premise that it's not zombies.
Yep. Yep.
So yeah, so if you what do they want for early access?
$25.
Oh, that's not too bad.
So not too bad, but I mean with the
How
number of
alpha
early
is it?
access games out there.
Yeah, how alpha is it?
Don't know. It just says early access, but
So okay, so moving on a little bit, I got a question for Miss Valentine. Are you guys doing live commentary for Orange is the New Black season the dose?
I am not doing
You are
that.
not.
I don't. I'm pretty sure Prillian will be doing that. I think she does it a little bit after, so it's like it's a second viewing for someone.
Sure.
So and I'll be too busy to do that. So I will not be doing that. But I think she will do it, and I hope she does, because that'll be interesting to hear since I
Did the show the first one?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So has anybody watched or at least started watching this season?
We
I'm-
finished this season.
Saturday. We finished
I'm
it.
through episode 9, I believe.
Wow, I am not anywhere close to any of that. I haven't even started. I think we'll
Well,
start this
I don't have any
week,
kids,
but
so it's easy for me to get done.
You do, you just don't have any external kids.
Yeah, I don't have any external. I have life-sucking kids, but no.
Well, yeah, that doesn't go away.
Oh, okay. But, I've heard some people I've heard comments that some people were bored, but I wasn't.
Really?
I
Really?
I wasn't bored, but
Well,
I really enjoyed it.
I think not difficulty. The only comment I guess I'd make about it so far is that in the first season there were a lot of characters that were almost just comic relief, where they were there to just kind of break things up a bit. And this season it feels like they're really developing the characters a lot more. And so I find some of those former throwaway characters, I find it a little bit harder to sort of laugh at them or sort of dismiss them or there's every one of their stories is just heartbreaking.
Yeah.
And so I think they're doing a really great job in connecting connecting the storylines and kind of just giving you a little glimpse of where they came from and how they ended up there. And I think that's a good thing, but I do think that it makes the show a little more serious. I wouldn't say boring, but I would say more serious.
I like hearing going to the backstories. I really like that a lot.
Yeah.
Because it helps round characters out,
And this is based on a true story of people who are in prison.
Well, yeah.
There's some tragedy in their lives. It wasn't all romance that got them there, right?
Oh,
Right,
no.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. It wasn't all romance. The true story part is pretty much gone out of the story by now, I think. But
Yeah. It's sort of
I
like
think it's-
based on, yeah.
yeah, I think
Unless I
it's
said
gone.
based on now, right? Because
Yeah.
Yeah.
The true story part was around during the first season. I think now it's deviated so far, but that's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, right.
Okay. But yeah, it's I really enjoyed it, and I have to wait a whole freaking year.
oh,
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised there are only 12 episodes.
that was there 12 or 14 to start first season. That was 12, right?
That's
Was it
13.
12? Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
13. I
but
thought
the
it was
last
13
episode was
episodes.
an hour and a half long too. So
Oh, that's right. Well, it's really disappointing because you got to wait a whole year for that, and after next week you have to wait a whole year for Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
I've never
but that-
watched. I've never watched a single episode, so I've got plenty of stuff to catch
you never
up on.
seen Game of Thrones?
I have not.
Why did I think you had seen some?
No, I've been holding off just because A, I know I'm gonna like it, and B, I
Sure.
got other stuff to watch. So
That's fair enough.
Have you read the book?
nope, not yet.
You
Yeah, we
plan on reading it?
What's that?
Do you plan on reading the book?
Yeah, I think I will.
Okay.
Yeah, we started watching The Wire.
Yep.
Ooh, old school.
Yeah, and see, that's another one of those shows that I've always heard good things about. So you guys like it?
Yes, but it's hilarious because the show debuted in 2002.
Right.
So the technology is hilarious.
Yeah, my wife and I always talk about how
Yeah.
you can always tell what year a show was filmed based on the size of the cell phones.
Yeah,
You know?
it's so.
and everybody's
funny.
carrying the beeper around as well.
Everybody's carrying a pager.
Dude,
Yep.
it just took me back, man, to my old on-call days.
Yeah, but it's pretty good so far. Plus, it has Idris Elba, hubba.
Oh, does it really? Okay, I didn't know that.
Yep, he's in episode 1. Continuing on. Yep. So
One of-
it's not too bad. I'm
the-
liking it.
The thing we're probably gonna start watching next, other than Orange Is the New Black, is we recorded their Fargo, the Fargo show.
Yeah, I've heard good things about that, but I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, you've seen Fargo the movie, huh?
Oh yeah.
So I'm all about that. Billy Bob Thornton looks amazing, just from the trailers of that freaking show.
I've heard
Um,
that show is so good, like you could expect the main characters to come walking out from the side and just start acting because it's that close to the original movie.
That's one of the reasons I don't mind letting stuff fester on the DVR a little bit, is because I get to binge watch it and get it all out of the way.
Yeah.
I don't have to wait, which is killing me for Game of Thrones, and really, because this is the bad time, right, the summer, because The Walking Dead's over with. It doesn't start up again until the fall. And then, right, is there a fall Walking Dead? They split the season, right, for
Yeah,
Walking
they
Dead?
split- Yep.
Yeah.
October.
Yep. And then and then Game of Thrones is after the second season, the split season of Walking Dead, and then nothing. Which is all right. I mean, it's the summer. You should be spending most of your time outside, unless you live here where it's 1,001 degrees. So, but yeah. So So speaking of stuff we've been watching, Rob, you watched something on Netflix the other day that I happened to watch, and we had no idea we were gonna watch it.
I did, and I might have seen the ads for this when it originally hit. I think it was in theaters, yeah.
Oh yeah, yep.
But I think briefly, and you kind of alluded to why that might be. I think I don't think it was what it was advertised to be.
No,
movie called Pain and Gain with Dwayne the Rock Johnson, and Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, I have that on my on my list to watch.
watch
How was
list?
it?
It was absolutely hysterical.
Oh, it's awesome.
So I think it was two ways here. So I thought the way the trailers were cut, it looked like it was going to be this raucous comedy, right?
Right.
And it was not that. It was dark.
No. Oh, it was very dark.
Really dark.
Yes.
It's based on a true story.
Well, but that doesn't quite do it justice because it's based on a true story. It's based on a court trial that happened in Florida. Was it Dade County?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yep.
And it's to this day the longest running trial in Dade County history.
Yep.
And so they've got literally it's not only is it based on a true story, but it's based on tens of thousands of pages of witness testimony and evidence and court documents. So I mean, it is
interviews. Yep.
And about 3/4 of the way through the movie, there's a little pop-up that says, "Remember, this is still a true story."
Yeah.
It was the part where I'm not gonna spoil it for JJ.
No, yeah. It's who is the director?
Michael Bay.
Guy. Michael Bay. There you go.
That's why I figured it was gonna be crazy stupid.
And it's definitely got the sort of like fast-paced style of his movies, but it's I wouldn't have known it was him had I not seen it.
Nope, not at all. And it's not what you think.
And it's got Tony Shalhoub.
Yep.
Monk.
You are a very difficult witness.
That's right. It's got Ed Harris.
Yep.
A couple of good cameos. It is absolutely hysterical. I mean, darkly hysterical, but it's still hysterical. Dwayne Johnson is a fully bona fide actor in my book after that.
Oh yeah.
He's a national treasure after that.
I mean, he was good before. Honestly, and I'm almost embarrassed to say that, but the last couple things I've seen him in, it's just he makes me smile every time.
Yeah, he's good. I've always liked him.
His smile is, yeah.
He dude. How many grams of protein are you taking?
So yeah, it's JJ. It's on. Do you have Netflix streaming?
Yeah, it's on Netflix. I added it to Netflix. I just haven't watched it yet.
You got to sit down. You got to sit down and watch it because it is hysterical. I made my wife watch it, and she's not usually into those kind of movies, but
it has
really.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson in there.
That's true.
Well,
That's
so
true.
we was watching that or Don John. We went to Netflix to watch it, and the picture quality was atrocious because it was the Saturday night after Orange Is the New Black was released.
Oh yeah.
So it was horrible. So we went to Amazon, and Don John wasn't on that. It was on Pain and Gain, and looking at it, I think Sarah thought it was. My wife thought it was going to be this crazy action movie.
Right.
And there was action in it, but that's not what it was.
No.
I really like Mark Wahlberg.
I do too. Yeah.
Frankly, he got enormous for this movie. He was.
Yeah,
huge.
he did. Yeah.
He was huge
Is it
in this
possible for
movie.
him to get any bigger?
In that movie, no.
He did for this. I mean,
He was huge. And The Rock's always huge. And the thing about it is as huge as he looked, the Rock towers over him.
yes.
Oh yeah.
And wider, unbelievable.
He's not a small guy, man. He's not a small guy.
Yeah. You know who else who I've not liked in anything else I've ever seen, who I thought was good in that was Rebel Wilson.
Who was that?
Yeah.
She played the wife
Bridesmaid.
of Adrian. Oh yeah, she was in Bridesmaids. The third bodybuilder, the Anthony Mackie, the black bodybuilder, his wife.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah. So, no, this movie's worth it. I think it's not. Don't think you're gonna be falling out of your seat laughing.
Oh, I
because-
was.
Well,
I
yeah.
was at points.
There are some spots when.
But it's not a comedy though. I mean, I was
No.
laughing, but it's some deep dark stuff. But
and after you watch the movie, go read the articles, because it was
Yeah.
even crazier than what was on the screen for real, right?
yeah.
Because there were like 15 people involved, and they were all insane. All of them.
Oh yeah. And that's the thing. Yeah, I don't want to give anything away. We'll talk about it next time if you guys have a chance to watch it. But
All right.
but it is. I like Tony Shalhoub. Just he was Monk, and then he does a bunch of other stuff too. But he always makes me laugh, and he is just hysterical in this.
Huh.
Oh yeah, yes, he's really good.
Interesting.
Yep, good stuff. That's certainly worth it. I got some catching up to do too. I've not caught up on Agents of Shield. So did you guys go see
Yes.
X-Men
Went to
Days
go-
of Future Past?
We
We
did.
did.
Yes. See now, well,
Um,
how is it that before we always used to plan to see movies and none of us found time?
We just
It's
don't do that. We just no one says anything. Just go about your daily business. You
Yeah.
know?
Which I got to interrupt though, because Jason, I have to know, or anybody, I have to know, was the Portal chick around before Portal?
Oh. Yeah.
What's her name? Yeah.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah.
Was she really?
Yeah.
Because the way they made that look in the movie, at least, was
Looked
I mean,
like Portal.
It's Portals. Yeah.
Well, I would say this. It may not. I don't know if it's ever been really shown that way in the comics. She's had portal power, but
Who is it? What's her name?
Hold on. Blink.
Blink.
Blink. Okay.
Blink.
Because that,
And-
I mean, I could watch a whole movie of just that.
Dude,
That
that
was
was
awesome.
dude.
That was
dude.
fantastic.
Blink is Fan Bing Bing. If you've ever seen her, like anywhere else, like on the red carpet, dude, she is stunning. Like
Really.
crazy, amazing. Yeah.
Now, I have to say, man, there's one part of the movie that you could just go and pay the full price, and that one scene
Yep.
is worth the freaking price.
Okay, so if you haven't seen it, stop listening now. We're going to talk about the show a little more spoilery right now because we all know what scene it is. Every one of us here knows what scene it is, and we want to talk about it on the air. So there you go. Go see the freaking movie because you're blowing it if you're not. So it's worth the $10 to go see it in the theater. So for the folks who aren't staying around for the spoilers, this is the spoilery section of the show. Ooh, that sounds like a good idea. Spoilery section, not spoilery section. We'll talk to you next week. Okay. You got to be referring to Quicksilver, right?
Dude, oh my god.
Oh, and I posted a link to Fan Bing Bing at the
Cool.
Louis Vuitton Fall 2014 fashion show. But anyway, so if you want to see what she looks like outside of her Blink costume. But, yeah.
Dude,
Quicksilver.
Quicksilver was freaking
Yeah.
fantastic.
I liked it.
So one thing I pointed out while I was watching it, and the continuity nerd of me just kind of like exploded a little bit. Where did you get the Walkman from? It was the 70s.
Well, you know what, man? I didn't even freaking care, dude.
Yeah, what was it, like 70 what? 73?
I think. 73, 74.
Yeah.
No,
something like that.
It was 76, I thought.
It was 73.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought it was 73, but it might have been 76. Nixon was president.
It was
Right.
a Walkman, right? It wasn't like a mobile 8-track player or anything crazy.
No, it's
right?
not. Well, he had a cassette, and they didn't even come out till
Well-
'80. So
Well, you have to understand, too. I mean,
Yeah,
this was
1979.
during. Well, what about what's his face doing the mutant testing, and they were making the damn Sentinels, man. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Sentinels would have been. So maybe this is a different timeline type
it,
thing.
it doesn't. It's
Whatever.
small. It's
Yeah,
small.
yeah.
It wasn't a big deal to me at all. It wasn't. It
So
did
I-
not take me out of it.
That's kind of what I was thinking about with that. You know, I guess, I really didn't think about that, but now you bring it up. But I'll say comic book age. You know,
Yep.
they can bring
Yep.
it in. You know.
Yep.
But dude, that was I thought you were gonna say the continuity that bothered you was the fact that Professor X stopped time. The music was playing at regular speed. Wouldn't it?
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it?
But
Well,
it's
but-
not. But he's not a time thing. He freezes people mentally, I think.
Right.
So
Ah.
that
So
wouldn't
we're
do
freezing
that.
people
That would
mentally?
yes.
And he has
Well,
some.
no, he frees everything because the bullets were stopped.
Objects were slowed.
When was the bullet slowed?
Everything was.
Everything was slow because he was moving the bullets to the side.
Oh no, that wasn't
No.
Professor X.
No, that was just him.
Showing how fast Quicksilver was.
But we're saying the music should be really slow.
The music should have been
Oh,
a note and a half. You're exactly right. It should have been.
So I
You said
thought
Professor X did that?
No, it was that Professor X didn't have his powers then, right?
that's
No,
right.
no, no,
That's
no.
right.
Yeah,
Thank you,
yeah,
thank you,
That
thank
was
you.
just
thank
him running really fast.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
And the music
You
was
know what?
for effect. I
hate to compare it to this, but it reminds me of it, if you guys have seen Over the Hedge,
Yes.
animated movie
Yes.
where there's a hyper squirrel that like drinks a Red Bull or something like that, and it does the
Yeah.
same sort of thing.
Yep.
And so yeah, but the music was for effect, and I it didn't even take me out of it for a minute. That whole scene was just incredible.
Yeah,
So-
it was great.
You guys have you guys all read Days of Future Past from before, like from the comics?
I have not.
No.
Okay, so that's good because adaptations for me are fine. Some people were pissed that it wasn't, because Professor X is the one who I think went back in time in the book, and Kitty Pryde didn't quite have those powers, and it was Rachel Summers. It's all this other crap. This is the thing I thought about it. I thought it was one of the better adaptations I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
It undid so many of the wrongs of the series, especially that third stinking movie, and even more so, really, the Wolverine Origins, right? Because it reset the whole timeline.
Yeah, and now they can use whoever they want. Or
Yeah.
whomever.
Well, so
Well, almost whomever.
so the things that so you think about it. So now there's really two timelines, right? This is a whole split in the time stream thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because when they prevented the assassination of Boulevard Trask, who, by the way, he what's his face played him brilliantly, I thought. The imp, Peter Dinklage, right?
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was really, really well played. But now, I mean, Jean Grey's back. Scott Summers is back.
Yeah.
So I think you guys felt the same way about this as I did. It was that fantastically done.
Yeah, I thought it was done pretty good. I was happy about it.
Yeah, I definitely enjoyed it. I didn't have as long a view or as broad a view as you do with regard to how it relates to the comics, but as a standalone movie or as part of the series, I thought it was one of the better ones.
So let me think. I was going to ask something about that. So do you guys know anything about Apocalypse and the Four Horsemen?
Nothing.
Very little.
Oh, we read a little bit afterwards.
Yeah,
And I was just like,
Yeah,
when we
we
read it, I was like, he doesn't sound like a good villain. He's like the unbeatable.
Yeah, that's what they were saying, but they said they might take him down a few notches so that he's beatable.
I don't think so. If they better not. What you need to do is go see if you can find. I don't know. I do Marvel Unlimited, so that's the Dawn of Apocalypse might be on there, but the Apocalypse is like a bad ass mutant, and the Four Horsemen are cool. So I think that's a cool way of taking this story. But the other thing I would like to see out of these X-Men franchises is some more spin-off movies that are done right, like that aren't Wolverine. We all agree that Wolverine's got plenty of movies to go around for Wolverine.
Yeah, I think we're done with that.
So who would you like to see an X-Men movie made about?
Blink.
You are into the blank.
One tracked.
I honestly just like the powers. I thought it was
The powers. I
was
mean, it's
pretty cool.
freaking portals.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And see, I think I was just looking at some of the images of the character, and I think as a nod to Portal, they ought to do one eye blue and one eye orange.
Oh, that would be
That's
awesome. What about you guys?
I don't know. I mean, Bishop wasn't terrible, but I don't know if I would want to see a whole movie based around him now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bishop. It was cool seeing Bishop though.
Yeah,
I
but
was
then he
sup-
gets ripped in half and then left
That
in the
was.
cargo hold.
Oh, that was Colossus.
No, no, no.
They got
I was
ripped
talking
in half.
about
Different
Bishop
movie.
from Aliens.
Oh.
Oh.
I would like to see them do a New Mutants movie. Like, the kids I always thought were underdone in the first 3 movies, and you saw how badass they could become.
Right.
I'd love to see like a bridging movie, because they can do two sets of movies now too, right? They can do old character X-Men stuff, right?
Then they can do
Michael
X-Men
Fassbender and
babies.
those guys. No. My point is, they can do stuff with like the current day guys, right? They can do it with Ian McKellen and Patrick Stewart and those and what's his face, Frazier the Beast.
Hmm.
And then you can still do movies based on the old stuff with, James McAvoy and Michael Fassbender and all those guys and Jennifer Garner. So there's all kinds of options out there.
Jennifer Lawrence, you mean?
Yeah, Lawrence. Sorry, not Garner. I apologize.
No. That's fine. I was just.
The Mystique.
Yeah.
Because, Mystique's got a hold of Wolverine now.
Yeah. I love Mystique as a character. I've always loved her.
Yeah, me too.
She,
I always thought she was sexy
she-
anyway.
I think she needs her own movie because it would be amazing.
I think this version of Mystique, the Jennifer Lawrence version, is the best one so far.
Hmm.
Really, really well developed. You guys
So to
know.
speak.
Hey-o. Next up, you guys, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, I've been reading I read the 2013 comics of it.
Yep.
I bought the first volume, so I'm gonna pick up the second volume. But I've also been reading the story around Iron Man, and kind of why is he out with the Guardians in the comic book. So that's been really good for me. And there's a secret spoiler thing that happens with Tony. Tony's not quite who you think he is.
Oh no, he's a Skrull. So, it wouldn't surprise me though to see a surprise cameo in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, and that's kind of why I was reading it, because I think he may be in there.
Yeah, because that crossover needs to happen because the Guardians of the Galaxy movie, they say it's going to tie a bunch of stuff together in the Marvel Universe. And it's really hard to see how that's going to be since everything just about except the Thanos piece has happened on Earth. So I'm looking forward to it. It comes out on my birthday.
Ah, okay.
I'll be seeing that.
So that is coming out this year, right?
What is?
Guardians.
In August. Early August.
Okay.
Yep.
Because I wasn't, to be honest, I was not excited about Guardians of the Galaxy at all. I was not. And then I started reading the books and stuff like that, and it piqued my interest. So
Yeah, I like Chris Pratt a lot. I like that
Yeah, I
guy.
do too.
He's really good. And Star-Lord's always been kind of a cocky freaking jackhole, so
Mm-hmm.
I think that's going to fit real well. And I think, with the way CG is now, Dave Bautista looks freaking unbelievable.
Yeah.
Doesn't he? He
Yeah.
looks terrifying. Almost as terrifying as the Mountain in the last against the Red Viper of Dorne. But yeah, that's going to be cool, man. I think that'll be certainly on the list of things to do coming up here. So, well, folks, we've been going for about an hour. You guys got anything else for the party people out there?
I have nothing.
I have nothing either.
Nah, not right now.
Not right now. Rob says maybe later. Hold on, I gotta get this level right. I'm dual computering it right now, so we can all hear everything. It's fantastic. So, well, thanks for joining us, folks. I'm glad to be back. I hope everybody else is glad to be back. We kind of don't have any sponsors at the moment, and we're working on that. We did kind of take a hiatus, so that's just how hiatuses work. But hey, we still have the website, gameafterdark.com. Check us out. I'll be making a post here either today or tomorrow about the brand new relaunch. We hope to see you online. Hopefully, we can figure out how to get the new hosting all set up so we can update the current feed, and that should be good. So Valentine's, when you are not here with us, where can they find you and what are you doing?
They can find us at valentinecast.com. We do a live show every Monday, 7:30 Eastern Time, which you can watch and participate. ValentineCastLive.com.
Oh yeah.
Rob, do you like anybody?
Occasion. Do I like anybody?
Do you want
Uh,
anybody to find you?
Yeah. You can check me out on Steam at Robot Spider, or occasionally on Xbox Live at the same name. Come and play Payday or whatever else you want to play.
All right, folks. Well, thanks for joining us this week. And we'll be around here hopefully just about every Tuesday from here on out. Some small exceptions, potentially not. So for JJ, Renee, and Rob, I'm Jason. And we'll see you in game.
See y'all.
Bye.
And we're out. Bye, Internet.